Hi, everyone. I'm Cindy Walter,
And I'm Susan Wheeler.
and this is it 90-day
Last,
game plan.
woo!
Last week.
Woo!
Ah, ah,
Woo!
my finger got stuck in the hole.
How do you get your finger stuck in the hole?
I don't know. Oh,
Ooh.
ooh. All right. So last week we talked about being intentional. We had several people talking about what you guys did last week to be intentional. And what we really want to focus on is, hey, this is it, guys. So look at your 90-day game plan goal. And, I had my last call with one of my groups last night, and I'll have my last call with another group today. And what I told them is, share where you're at with your goal. How far do you have to go to achieve it? You have 1 week left. This is it. So what can be done? And the other thing I talked about with my group is, it's all about making progress. So please don't beat yourself up if you didn't hit your goal. Last 90-day game plan, I did not hit my goal. And Sue, you've probably had one or two. You might not have hit a goal, right? Or did you hit one every single time?
No, not every single time, but I was always closer to my
Right.
goal.
Right. And that's the point I want to make is do not allow yourself to beat yourself up if you didn't achieve it. Just really look at, have you progressed since we started? How much further along are you in your business since we started the 90-day game plan? If you're not any further along, then look at your commitment level. Look at what you're doing. Look at your daily habits and what can you change so that you can actually hit these goals.
Cindy, you were saying something to me this morning. It was a quote that you heard. What was it? Do you remember?
Oh, it was from church yesterday.
Oh, from church.
It was like the best sermon, and it was all on reasons we make excuses. And the two main reasons we make excuses are number one, fear, and number two, laziness. We know what we should do, we just choose not to do it, and therefore come up with an excuse. But the thing that he said that just to me, I've been thinking about it and running it through my head over and over again because it's so relates to us and what we do is we're either making progress or we're making excuses, guys. And that's in every area of your life, your relationships, your marriages, your relationships with your children, your work, our businesses. So we're either making our health, that's a huge one. How many of our clients, we coach them and they're making excuses why this program's not working. I was talking to one of my leaders yesterday, and she has someone that has 100 pounds to lose and gave up after the first shake. One shake. So that was an excuse. Yep, it is. So, the bottom line is don't make excuses, make progress. That's what we want for you. And even if you didn't hit your goal or aren't going to make it, you're hopefully making progress. And if not, really do a check and see what can you change, what can you shift, because we definitely want to see you making progress. All right. So what are we going to focus on this week?
Well, I think that I think our 90-day game plan is pretty much in the books. We always work harder and more intentionally during a 90-day game plan. We have a goal. I always love having one, but I think it's good to have a little break in between, just a little bit, sort of, to celebrate and get some things done maybe, but then get back at it again. So our company's really good about giving us 90-day game plans, but we don't want to give up right now because we still have that crystal director reset. And the cool thing is, even if you're an executive, you can still get this. So if you haven't promoted 6 new consultants since it started, we have just under 4 weeks, and that's a $750 bonus.
Yeah.
Everybody can get that. Everybody. So we're not just looking if you're already an executive or already a director, still 6 consultants. Some people are still getting the $100. I know I'm not.
But if you haven't promoted 20 new consultants, you still can get your $100 for every promotion, every consultant promotion that you have too. So there's a lot of money that you don't want to leave on the table, guys. So what we want to do is really work with those people super serious. How serious, Sue? You were cracking me.
Really, 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 really serious.
So what
have to be committed.
Yeah, what we decided we were going to do is we'll be closing down the 90-day game plan group next week. And we asked you guys who was interested in really committing to getting to director by May 14th.
Really, really, really.
Because what we want to do, if you're committed and you're willing to do this with us, is Sue and I both have done 90-day coaching group calls with our team members and have opened it up to everyone. And we're going to do one coaching call each. So I'm going to do Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
And I'm going to do Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, so we're hoping one of those calls will work for you. We're going to do Zoom meetings. So we really want you on live. So choose one or the other. We'll post in the 90-day game plan group. We'll post. We'll get you all so you know what your options are, and choose one of those. Link arms with us for the next 4 weeks. We really want to help you guys do this. And we have been toying with adding something to the pot to sweeten it a little bit too. And we haven't quite decided yet, but we're thinking some cash. So, and we're thinking a little bit of cash, like more than $50 cash. So, so we really want you guys, and we don't want that to be the driving force for you. We want you to, this be your goal, and we just want to help you along the way. We want to coach you. We want to have you have some accountability, because the 90-day game plan group calls that we've done, I had someone say last night that they don't want them to end because they've been so great for the accountability part of things, knowing you had to get on each day, each week, and share a victory and share what you're doing. And, really hashtag no excuses. If your goals aren't being met, you're accountable to the group. So what do you think?
Yeah, you have to show up. So this is a 4 weeks intense. It's not even going to be quite 4 weeks. So it's intense, and it's designed to get you there, you guys. And really, we really don't want you to say you're going to do it if you're not going to do it. That's important.
Yeah.
And if everybody doesn't reach it, that's a different story. But you have to show up really doing something. You have to be having launch parties. You have to, not just show up and go through the motions and post on the Facebook group and get on the calls, but you really have to intentionally, set aside time to work on your leads and personal development, and really getting out there and talking, asking, using your 30-second story. So this group is really, we're going to hold you accountable.
Yep. So prospecting has to be part of every single day, guys, Monday through Friday, especially every single day prospecting. And to get to director, you have to build consultants. So you have to work with those 6 people, or if you only need one more, or wherever you are in your journey, finding those 6 people that are ready to get to. So launch parties is a great way to go, and offer to do launch parties for them to help get them to consultant. Many of us are going through the PK training right now, and he's all about launch parties, has some great launch party ideas that can help you, fun launch parties that can help you, but being able to build consultants in one night. I mean, he has a party that's called something to executive, and he builds an executive in one night. So it can be done. 4 weeks can be done.
When we started, Cindy, that's all we knew were that kind of home party thing. So I was not a Facebook girl, and I did not sit back and fish on Facebook. And I know that there's a lot of people that work on Facebook that are intentional, but there's also a lot of people on Facebook that put out a post and nobody's liking it, nobody's calling them. And I'll tell you, launch parties are the way to go. That's how we built to executives so quickly.
Yep,
so for us, it's sort of, I think the company kind of caught on a little later. They realized people were having these things. We were, I don't even know what we were calling them.
Honestly, I don't even think we called them launch parties in the beginning, did we? I don't know.
No, they weren't launch parties.
Launch party kits after we signed up. So.
I think we are the reason that Isogenics has launch parties.
Yeah, they can thank us. They can thank our team. All right. So, guys, we're not giving you homework for the 90-day game plan, except look at where you're at and see what can you do this week to be intentional to get closer to that goal or hit that goal. We do want to know every single person who hits your 90-day game plan goal. Comment below. We want to know what your goal was and that you hit it and achieved it so we can celebrate you. So that is really your homework assignment for this week, is below this post. Share with us what your goal was and if you achieved it. We really want to celebrate you. And sorry.
Keep going if you had something.
If you didn't hit it, don't, like I said, don't beat yourself up over it, because I've gone the last 90-day game plan. I was better off when I was done with it, but I didn't hit it, and I didn't beat myself up over it. I set the same goal for the next 90-day game plan. And typically after conferences, we do one. So probably after celebration in August, we'll come home and start another one. Ooh.
Okay, well, this is what I want to ask you. How are we going to get people to sign up for our calls? What do you want to do? How do you want to do that?
Well, I did that post asking everyone in ISA for Wealth who's going for it. So
ISA for Wealth.
yes. Should we just start the group from there, or do we need to do a real intentional post? What do you think?
Well, I think even here, if people know that they want to pick one call or the other, they can, whether day call works better or night call.
All right.
And so let's start here in this post.
Okay.
And we'll just try to get it out other ways. So let us know, and Cindy, I'll add you to my Wednesday 8:30 Eastern time, or Cindy can add you to her 1:30.
I will be doing 2:00 Eastern on Mondays. And what we'll do is a Facebook chat. We'll add all of you to our Facebook chat. We'll share our Zoom link in there. And that's probably the easiest way to keep the group separate for the calls. But then we're going to form a Facebook group to coach you as well. So we'll get all that going.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Finish strong.
Congratulations. Woo!
Oh gosh, how many gadgets do you have in your office?
What would the call be if I didn't have, look at
3 foam fingers. You got another one.
I've always had 3.
Oh.
Look at that, kind of looks like the middle finger, so I'm going to put it down.
Yeah, it kind of does. All right, guys, have a great week. And then we will focus on those of you shooting for directors next week.
Yeah. Yay.
All right. See ya. Bye, guys.